Early reports began circulating across morning traffic feeds suggesting that long lines of tractors were moving toward London. Commentators say the footage surfaced without advance notice, appearing first on regional live streams normally used for routine travel updates. Observers noted that several routes looked unusually crowded, prompting early questions about why so many farming vehicles were heading toward the capital. Analysts reviewing those early streams note that the first sightings did not come from national broadcasters. Instead, they circulated through small community channels. Individuals monitoring the feeds say the movement stretched across multiple junctions, creating the impression of an organised pattern, even though no group has confirmed directing the convoy. Does a scene like this feel like a simple protest to you, or something that needs a closer look? Share your thoughts. Within minutes, public interest began to rise. Short clips of tractors moving in long formations were reposted across larger platforms. Broadcasters observing the surge in traffic shifted their attention toward what seemed to be an escalating situation on the outskirts of London. As the morning progressed, traffic commentators noted growing disruption along corridors such as the M25 and A40. Drivers posting from those routes reported sudden standstills. Some described the machinery covering entire sections of motorway, limiting space for ordinary vehicles to manoeuvre. Reporters speaking to travellers say many were unsure whether the delays were caused by an accident, a logistics issue, or a wider event involving rural communities. Bystanders described the scene as unusual for a normal weekday, especially given the volume of heavy machinery moving at a slow but steady pace. Transport analysts reviewing early aerial images suggest that even slight reductions in speed on the M25 can create significant congestion. With tractors entering the network, delays formed more quickly than usual. Observers say the combination of slow movement and high traffic density contributed to rapidly spreading gridlock. Experts following the situation believe the tractors may have unintentionally created choke points across a wide area. They caution that some of the affected routes are already close to capacity during peak times. The presence of large farming vehicles made those margins even smaller. Individuals posting from roadside vantage points said the scale of the machinery surprised many residents. Some described the convoys as longer than expected, stretching beyond what drivers could see from a single viewpoint. According to commentators, these impressions helped fuel online conversation about the nature of the gathering. As coverage expanded, analysts noted that even unverified footage played a role in shaping early public perception. Many viewers shared clips before official agencies had released any statements. This created a sense of urgency on social platforms, with people asking how widespread the movement might be. Toward late morning, new footage appeared to show tractors approaching central districts. Several of those clips were taken near Westminster, where government buildings are located. Commentators say the arrival of heavy machinery in such a politically sensitive area created immediate interest from newsrooms. Journalists positioned near Parliament reported an increase in police activity. According to individuals on the ground, officers began setting up rapid road closures and adjusting traffic flows to manage the growing crowds. Observers described a noticeable shift in the atmosphere as more people gathered to watch the situation develop. Commentators following the scene say many bystanders appeared unsure whether the activity was part of a planned demonstration or a spontaneous movement. Analysts noted that the absence of an early government briefing added an unusual layer of uncertainty to the unfolding event. Officials have not yet issued detailed statements about the developments. Reporters covering the situation say this lack of clarity has left many questions unanswered regarding the scale, intent, or duration of what appears to be a significant mobilisation. Public interest continues to build as new clips circulate throughout the day. Analysts believe more details will emerge once formal updates are released. For now, much of the discussion remains focused on what brought such a large number of tractors into the capital and how long the disruption may continue. Broadcasters following the unfolding situation began reporting an increase in police deployment across several boroughs. According to individuals monitoring live feeds, additional units were positioned near intersections where traffic and crowds appeared to be building. Commentators say the scale of the response grew steadily throughout the morning as officers moved to manage both vehicle flow and pedestrian safety. Social media clips posted from central and outer districts appeared to show riot vans travelling toward key junctions. Some users claimed they saw cordons erected near major roads leading into Westminster, although analysts caution that not all footage has been verified. Broadcasters reviewing those posts noted that the consistency of the reports suggested a coordinated attempt by authorities to maintain order around affected areas. Observers following police radio chatter say the rapid increase in uniformed presence reflects early concerns about congestion and the potential for crowding near government buildings. Several commentators highlighted that such precautionary steps are typical during large movements of heavy machinery, particularly when those movements occur close to central London. Officials have reportedly urged the public to avoid certain roads until further notice. Transport reporters covering these advisories say the guidance is mostly concentrated around routes that experience the earliest tractor arrivals. Individuals following official channels have noted that updates continue to evolve as authorities monitor the situation in real time. Freight analysts have begun raising questions about potential supply chain disruptions if the blockages persist. Logistics specialists say London's delivery routes rely heavily on continuous and predictable traffic movement, with slow-moving machinery occupying parts of major corridors. Some experts believe delays may ripple outward from the capital. Retail commentators discussing the developments note that supermarkets in central districts often operate on tight schedules. They rely on frequent shipments rather than large backroom storage. Analysts reviewing industry data say even short interruptions can affect stock availability, especially during peak hours when restocking is already difficult. Several early estimates from freight specialists suggest some shipments may experience delays across major distribution hubs. These preliminary assessments are based on observed congestion along the M25, A40 and feeder roads that supply the capital. Economists say the full impact will depend on how long the slowdowns last and whether alternative routes can absorb diverted traffic. Local business groups have expressed concern about extended congestion. According to individuals familiar with conversations among shop owners, traffic standstills can affect employee travel times, customer access and scheduled deliveries. Analysts caution that many businesses were already facing logistical pressure from previous weeks, making them more sensitive to new disruptions. Public reaction online has been intense since the convoy footage first emerged. Hashtags discussing the tractor movements began trending within the first hour, triggering widespread debate about the reasons behind the mobilisation. Users across multiple platforms posted comments expressing support, frustration, curiosity or confusion as new clips appeared throughout the morning. Some individuals praised the demonstrations, saying they represent broader concerns felt by rural communities. Others voiced frustration about travel disruption and questioned the scale of the event. Analysts tracking early sentiments say the mixture of reactions reflects how quickly the story expanded beyond local audiences. Commentators warn that unverified clips circulating online may heighten emotional responses. Several videos shared across platforms appear to show tractors at junctions or moving through busy streets, though analysts note that context for many of the clips remains unclear. Observers advise caution when interpreting isolated footage, especially during fast-moving situations. Despite uncertainties, engagement levels have continued to rise. Digital analysts reviewing platform metrics say the volume of comments and shares indicates that the event has captured national attention. They note that discussions are emerging not only in local community groups, but also across national political forums. Broadcasters covering the story suggest that the conversation may continue to evolve as more details surface about the convoy's size and intentions. For now, much of the public dialogue remains focused on immediate impacts, including congestion, police responses, and the potential for further tractor arrivals throughout the day. As the situation develops, several journalists reported that police units were adjusting their formations In response to increased foot traffic near Parliament, observers say these adjustments included rerouting pedestrians and creating temporary no-access points to prevent overcrowding. Commentators note that the visual presence of tractors near government buildings added complexity to the security response. Transport experts analysing the broader picture say London's road network is highly sensitive to unexpected disruptions. When large vehicles enter the flow at reduced speeds, travel patterns can shift quickly. Some analysts suggest that today's events highlight long-standing concerns about congestion resilience during high-pressure moments. Retail and logistics specialists continue to assess whether delays may extend into the evening. They say the outcome will depend on how quickly traffic can be cleared once the convoy stops moving. According to several commentators, London has previously experienced similar disruptions, though rarely involving so many large agricultural vehicles at once. Public debate has also expanded into questions about the motivations behind the mobilisation. Some users online speculate about the causes, while others call for official clarification. Analysts say this uncertainty contributes to heightened attention since people tend to fill information gaps with speculation during developing events. Observers following the conversation note that the tone of online exchanges varies widely. Supportive comments often highlight rural challenges and long-standing grievances. Critical posts focus on travel disruption and safety concerns. Neutral voices call for patience until more details are confirmed by authorities. Despite the ongoing discussion, broadcasters emphasise that officials have not confirmed the full scale of the convoy or its expected duration. Commentators say the next round of statements from transport authorities may help clarify the situation for both commuters and residents. Analysts monitoring the evolving coverage say the story demonstrates how rapidly public interest can escalate when high-impact visuals appear online. They note that tractors arriving near central landmarks tend to create strong reactions, since these vehicles are rarely seen in such urban settings.